Are you looking for a school with a champion mindset? Look no further than Trinity Valley Community College, the home of champions. Become a part of a community where excellence is the norm. A school that provides nationally accredited programs, award-winning groups, vibrant life, and dedicated support. We are ready to start you on your path to success. Become a Cardinal champion today by applying at apply.tvcc.edu.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
At Cowboy Headquarters, we have everything for your small house or a large ranch. Our team can help you with supplies or expertise. We carry the top line of tools like Milwaukee, Steel, and DeWalt. We have boots, jeans, hats, and all the accessories, and a full gun counter. The thing at Cowboy Headquarters that we're most proud of, though, is the level of service that we'll give you, like things used to be. If you need it, we have it.
Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you.
Here at Dickey's Barbecue Pit, our passion is handcrafted, slow-smoked barbecue. And right now, our Texas traditions have come to life in a whole new way. Introducing the Double Dip, tender Texas brisket, topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our Pitmaster au jus. So legit, you'll double dip. And for the perfect dessert pairing, try our new Double Berry Cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
Here on a Friday afternoon in Athens, Texas. Glad to have you along. It's game 2 of this first day. I'm Tim Howard along with Tom Sherm. And Tom, we saw a great one in the opener this afternoon.
We really did, yeah. It was a really good game, back and forth game, and
this one looks like it's going to be equally as much fun.
I think so too.
Pretty evenly matched up here. Of course, we've already heard from Coach Chelsea Hudson, the head coach of Panola, and Coach Mark Moorfield, the head coach of the Lady Rangers. And so knowing kind of what we heard from them, just the stories behind the scenes, I am anticipating just loving to see that philosophy of theirs play out.
Yeah, I was really kind of intrigued with the coach from Ranger, and talking about his how they like to instill with their student athletes to have that freedom on the court.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see what that brings.
Exactly. So we're about set for tip-off here, and going to be joined on set momentarily here by the head coach of Hines, Coach Brandon Taylor. And Coach, welcome. Before we get the tip going here, I just want to say welcome back. You're no stranger to Trinity Valley. You actually kind of got your start here as an assistant or as a manager, correct?
Yes. We moved up in a couple different capacities there with Coach Landers and Coach Damus, and it was a great time for sure.
Well, we'll get you into this broadcast momentarily, but right to the basket, the Phillies get off to a quick start. They lead it 2-0. Ranger playing from behind. And I'm always curious about philosophies and all, but talk about the adjustments you guys made, because Hill kind of made a little bit of an adjustment in the second half, and they made a run. Y'all answered and come away with a victory. What did you tell your team afterwards?
At the end of the third quarter, after Hill made their run, it was all about challenging them.
Yeah.
Do you want to win this game? If you want to win this game, you got to find a way to dig and get it done. And the 5 that was on the floor and the subs that came in, they scratched and clawed and found a way.
Sometimes I think those wins are as impressive as blowouts, because you learn a lot more about your team.
Yes, indeed.
Tom,
yes, indeed.
I know you got some thoughts.
Yeah, I was going to ask him there at the after Hill had gone up, I don't know, 4 or 5 points there, and we had a timeout, and you brought Jenkins back up on the court, and then Krim back on, and we could see a little difference there. And I don't know if that was a strategy or just the confidence that you have in those two girls, but surely Jenkins did make a big difference.
Her athleticism, those two I can trust to go get a rebound when I need it. And not give up a second chance on the defensive end. So, those two, they got it done late in the game, that's for sure.
Yeah. Great entry-level pass, and that's an easy bucket there for Aisha Martin out of Sydney, Australia. Speaking of, so nowadays when we have players, I mean, it's not just Fort Worth, Waco, Dallas, Houston. I mean, you guys play against and see people and have people from all over, not just the nation, but around the world. How else has the game changed since your days at Trinity Valley?
Well, for me, I was international. Yeah. But now I'm 90% Mississippi.
Okay. You found your landing spot there, huh?
Right. That's what 90% of our roster is Mississippi kids, and so we got a couple transfers.
Foul inside, so continue on with that thought.
We got a couple from Louisiana, and so, right there on the border. So it's kind of been stable for me, recruiting-wise, because a lot of our roster has to be Mississippi players. So.
What's the biggest challenge you face as a coach? There's got to be several, but is there one that, like, if you had to power rank them, what's the biggest challenge?
That's a good one. One of the biggest challenges that I faced is just bringing kids in that want to hustle and work hard and love the game. You got to really dig deep and find those kids under those rocks, and so that's been one of the challenges that I've had, especially being at our location in Mississippi. So
fantastic. So Fain comes through at the free throw line, 6-2 the score. Ranger trailing early here. You were talking about some of those free throw percentages, and you guys shoot the ball well behind the stripe?
We have been. We've been in the 80s and 75, 80% from the free throw line. In our 7 games that we played, so we emphasize getting to the free throw line.
Good things happen behind the stripe. Speaking of behind the stripe, they're going back again as Panola is making a living here in the early going.
Coach, you mentioned being here at Trinity Valley with Michael Landers and Bill Damuth, and give us some insight. What did you take away from those two guys?
Demand excellence.
Yeah.
Coach Landers definitely taught a lot. I did learn patience.
Yeah.
With Coach Damuth, I learned execution and again, demand excellence. And so there were several things that I learned, but those are two major things.
Yeah.
9-4 start here. Panola off to a good start out of the blocks here, getting some full attention defensively here, and a foul that will draw the whistle. I'm curious, talk a little bit about some of the memorable moments that you've had in your journey. Anything that just jumps off the page is like, man, I will never forget that moment.
There's quite a few.
That's a tough question. I'll let you think about that here. They're down 5. Now 3. That's a good take to the basket. When you find yourselves behind the 8 ball a little bit, do you preach get to the basket, good things, or what's your philosophy on that?
It's about patience, and that's one of the biggest things. Like I said, I've learned from several coaches that I've worked for. Sometimes you just got to sit down as a coach and let them get it together, and we did.
Yeah.
So you just got to learn to be quiet sometimes and let them find it and get it together a little bit.
So that you're tempted, do I burn a timeout here, do I not? I let them figure it out. And what is that defining moment where you're like, I gotta reach in the back pocket and pull that timeout?
Well, I won't call a timeout unless they're on a run, but sometimes, like I said, you just got to be patient. Like with my kids, patience, it leads to good things. You know, because we've been in that situation a couple times this year where we got behind and I had to hush a little bit and let them figure it out, and we made a run and we took the lead. And
at the end of the day, you're not out there on the floor with them, are you?
Exactly.
They gotta have that gear to tap in.
Exactly.
Coach, what's it like over in the conference there in Mississippi? What's your take on that conference? I know that you probably you know, you want to think that you're one of the better teams, and you probably are. But just what's happening over there?
You know, we've got some tough talent and talented teams in our league. You know, Pearl River, Mississippi Gulf Coast, they've always been at the top.
Yeah.
Jones, who's here in this
Right.
classic as well, they've always been at the top. And so, you know, our league, we've got 3 or 4 teams right now that's 8-0. So,
Oh wow, that's good. That's good.
you know, and
Makes for some great hoops, doesn't it?
It does. It definitely does. So night in and night out, I mean, we've already played a couple of our conference teams so far, and we've split. But, you know, Region 23 is definitely a tough one. We
sure
got
it
15 teams that we got to play throughout.
Yeah, it's a big region. Yeah.
So, you know, and then on top of that, we got the Louisiana schools that's also in our region. So, you know.
So how many Louisiana schools are in y'all's region?
There's 4.
4. Okay.
Yep, there's 4. So we got on the Louisiana side, we got Baton Rouge, Delgado, Southern Shreveport, and LSU Eunice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Martin's off to a good start. She's got 4 of the 10 for the Lady Rangers. When you see a player that's, you know, kind of off to that quick start, talk about, you know, your style. Do you tend to call up that player that's maybe man-on-man against her, or do you, hey, we're going to give you some help, or is that one of those things, case-by-case scenario?
It is case by case, just depending on what type of team we're playing. You know, I love to start out man-to-man, but sometimes you just got to get out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to play this team zone. Like,
Yeah,
they
it makes
struggle
sense.
shooting. So, you know, I'm going to have to get over and just force them to shoot.
So what's the rest of the day look like for you? Are you going to watch some hoops here? We'll take in a game, get some dinner. What's it look like for y'all? I know you're not going all the way back to Mississippi tonight.
No.
You're not going to do that travel.
No. We're actually staying in Tyler. So,
all right.
You know, I actually coached at TJC last year. So,
Well, that's good. You got those connections. I had forgotten that. Benny Rogers sends his regards, and unable to be here in person today, but he gave me the insight on that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Benny, he was one of the first people I asked about when I came in, and so, you know, that's the one thing, coming home and seeing that smiling face.
He's a good guy. We miss him today. He'll be back shortly. 5:01 to go here in the opening period. It's an evenly matched pace here, 12-10. If you're just tuning in, we have the head coach for Hines, Brandon Taylor, was around these parts, and you told me before we got on the air, was it 05, 06 area to about 2010? Is that right?
Yep.
So what are some of your best memories here at the college from back in those days?
Just being around and seeing and greeting great talent in here, and just winning.
Yeah.
I mean, very successful.
That culture.
Yeah, you know, and like you take that, and when you get into this career, like you learn a lot about success, and that's what I, you know, was explaining to my team coming in. Like, this place is rich in success and talent, and so, you know, coming down here, you want to win.
Yes.
Like, especially for me, I'm coming home like I want to win.
Want to have that opportunity to definitely just put into practice what you've taken away
Right.
from. I'm curious, working with some great coaches here who know about the culture and what this place represents, and, you know, in honor of the Budke Serna Classic today, what were things that when you maybe didn't see it firsthand, but you saw it firsthand in the action steps that were taken? What are things that you took away that you know were characteristics of Coach Kurt Budke?
You know, I met Coach Budke a couple times. He was at Oklahoma State at the time. And, you know, a lot of what I took from that is great character and just being professional. Yeah. You know, if you can do those things, you'll be great, and you coach the kids hard. Yeah. And one of the biggest things that I always took away from him was win the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
Benny says that every broadcast we do.
First 5 minutes.
Win that, and good things do happen.
Yep.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. Coach, before we let you go, Tom, any parting questions or thoughts?
No, it's good to see you again, and good luck on the season with your girls. Hope y'all have a good winning season, and maybe we'll cross paths later down the road.
I hope so.
Look forward to a game with y'all tomorrow, too.
Oh, yeah. We'll be back.
Exactly.
We'll be back.
Pleasure to meet you and see you again.
Appreciate you guys.
That is
glad having you.
Hines head coach Brandon Taylor here as a quick break in the action, and we'll dive back into it here. It's Panola and Ranger going strong. We'll look forward to seeing you anytime, man. Great to chat. 4-point contest here. Panola is off to the early lead, but Rangers come racing back here, Tom. They found themselves behind the 8 ball a little bit, and they came roaring back.
They sure did.
We got a good one on our hands here.
Yeah.
Free throw is good. Count that basket for Madison Caldwell. And for the record, I know that Coach Chelsea Hudson had said in our interview, she's like, I will be back for gum. She did check in and get the Trident here at Scores Row. Compliments of Miss Robin. So it's a 5-point game here, 4:32 left in this opening period of play here. Game 2 of 4 today, then there's 4 on the agenda for tomorrow. So a lot of hoops here in East Texas, and going to be a fun one here.
You mentioned earlier, Tim, about the international students, and we're just noticing on the Rangers roster here quite a few girls from out of the country, Australia and Latvia, and Spain represented.
So in other words, you're saying it's a blessing that I'm not needing the pronunciation chart as much. You're handling all the tough ones. That's what you told me in the break.
I don't know
That's what you told me in the break. You said you would take all the tough. Yeah, it is an international game for sure.
And, you know, and not just in basketball, and volleyball as well.
Yeah,
and even on the side of football. You know, I do the college games here, and
nice
breakaway there by Panola.
Good closeout, though, by Ranger coming all the way back. But, yeah, you're right. You're seeing even at the football level. So
seeing a lot of international students, and yes, those international names come with them. So,
and then you've got Treyana Kopic out of Troop, Texas, which is about, I don't know, what, 15 miles from Tyler.
That's right.
You know, so it well represented all the way around.
Yes.
And I love that. I love the a game, and I think if Coach Budke were able to experience that, he'd be proud of that fact that it's even more so around, because this is such a great game. It's worldwide loved and cherished.
You know, Tim, I really didn't follow women's basketball very much until Coach Budke got here and had the success that he did. I know that it was competitive before that, but it seems like that, of course, we're a little biased here because he was a head coach here and got a lot of banners hanging on the wall over here. But it seems like that from that point is when the women's basketball, especially in JUCO, has really gotten big.
Yeah.
And the competitiveness is so good.
I totally agree with you that just the amount of eyeballs that came on the scene, because you know, when you go to 6 national championships 6 years straight, win 4 out of those 6. I mean, sometimes Benny Rogers will be rattling off these numbers, and I'm like, did I hear him right? I write it down. I'll ask him the break. Sometimes I don't wait till the break. I'm like, did I hear you right? And he's like, you heard me right. And it's just some of the things we almost take for granted. It just was amazing, and such a huge loss. He
really is,
Miranda Serna. What a tragic day. And I love earlier today, someone said, gone too soon, but never ever forgotten.
That's
and
right.
I tell you, that's what we all want at the end of the day. You want to make a lasting impact, and they certainly have.
Exactly.
Chance to build on a 2-point lead and unable to do so. Good closeout defense there from the Lady Rangers. So a foul coming, blocking foul.
Yeah, on Rose.
And that'll be
Raylan Gilmore Rose with the foul.
So it's a 2-point contest here. Chance to tie it up or take the lead with a 3. Been a good first period here. Both these teams going at it. Good level pass off the glass. Well, it looked like she wasn't sure which way she was going to go, but gets the bounce. Wasn't sure if she was going to kiss it off the glass or go net, and gets the shot to fall, tied up. Now Chance to take the lead after Thornton gets the rebound. Houston with a good bounce down low. Wide open shot on the way, off the glass, and good. Did you say she called glass? So
yeah,
I thought I heard glass.
I read her lips out there. She said off the glass. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was sign language or what.
Paris Anderson there for the Rangers.
They take the lead. I think that's their first lead of the afternoon. And Ranger is getting it going here as we see Martin check back into the game. She comes on for Pirate, and excuse me, that was Yawa, 6'1" freshman out of Pflugerville. So two-point lead for Ranger. Final 90 seconds plus here of the first period of play. Glad to have you joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Game 2 on the afternoon. Trinity Valley will be coming up here at 4 o'clock this afternoon. 3 on the way. Not there. Panola trying to get out on the races, but got to tell you, Rangers done a good job getting up and down the field. Fane with a 3. Boy,
long range 3 there.
She got every bit of that long missile. Got a double dribble there, kind of got caught in between, and got caught on stamps. Minute left to go here in the first. TVCC hosting this one this afternoon here in Athens, Texas. Region 14 played not far away. Getting some good reps, all of these teams this weekend. Going all the way around, fighting their way around, but then finally tied up. Gonna have a timeout taken.
Timeout called by Ranger.
With 39 seconds to go here in the first. Let's just keep it here, and we'll talk about this opening quarter. Your takeaway here from the tournament overall?
Well, really, you know, if you look at the scoreboard, very evenly matched, 19-18 Panola at this point in the game. You know, both teams are moving up and down the court very well. See how the rest of this unfolds and go from there.
Should be a good one. Now, at some point in the day, we're going to need you to power rank the desserts at Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't know if we got enough time right now.
I don't know if we do either. You know, the other day, last Sunday at church, our preacher was talking about you are what you eat, you know, and the turkey and the ham.
That makes sense.
Well, I let the congregation know I had to be the sweetest person in the
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I said it over the net like that for you. Well played, sir. Well played. Back to action. It's a 1-point game. Panola on top. Ranger trying to close out this first with the lead. Can do so with a bucket. Drive, spin move, shot. Oh, doesn't get it to fall. Rolls off the cylinder. Fane on the push. Plenty of time. Goes up and gets the bucket. That gives her 7 here in the 6 here in the first quarter. Still 7 on the clock. Good take, strong move, off the glass and good. It's a 1-point game at the end of 1. Yeah. Houston with a good take for Ranger. Panola leading 21-20 We'll step aside. Second period coming up after this here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Your team leaves everything on the field. They play with heart and with their mind. But being smart starts long before the kickoff. With the latest technology, sports medicine advancements, expert physicians, we can keep your team healthy and protect joints and growing bones for this big moment and their future on any field. Physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
Welcome back. You've heard us talking about some of the feats of Coach Budke and Coach Serna, and of course Miranda was a player here, and you see those banners, and it just brings chills because a lot of that started. Not a lot of it. It all started right there with Coach Budke, and you see 4 banners, and you got Coach Landers and Coach Kenya and Michael Landers, and then Elena, and so forth and so on. Just such a rich history, and it's great to be able to honor Budke, Serna, Coach Kurt Budke and Miranda Serna in this way with this classic, and I think everybody brings a little more energy to their game.
It does, yeah.
It's not just a game after Thanksgiving. Everybody tries to bring their best.
Yeah. It really is a tragic loss in the loss of Kurt Budke and Miranda Serna, and to be able to put on a tournament of this nature where we have schools from all over the country come and compete.
Yeah.
Really great.
It kind of encapsulates what they were about, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's bring in some of the best. And, and we had one of the best games from a couple last year between the Three Rivers and Trinity Valley. Three Rivers had their number early. Trinity Valley comes roaring all the way back in that fourth quarter, and that is a game that won't soon be forgotten around here. It's a 1-point game between Panola and Ranger, and start to say that just changed with a 3. It was on the money, but not quite down. So chance to add to it for Panola here. Leading by 1. 9+ to go here in the second quarter, just underway in the second.
Yeah, see, I'm watching this first quarter and just starting into the second here. Rane from Panola, obviously the go-to person for them, averaging 16.2 points per game, and already on the board here with 6. So showing her talents.
Indeed. That's one of those things that, you know, we've talked to 3 coaches here in the first ball game and a half. Just heard from Coach Taylor. We talked with Coach Moore, Coach Hudson. They're both coaching now, and they've all in essence said, "Hey, we're not on the court with them. There's a point where, you know, we can do so much, but it's up to them." And you're touching on just that as far as getting that player getting to the basket, getting the buckets.
That's it.
And I'm loving the opportunity to go kind of inside the brain, and they've all been so gracious to make that part of their time here. So glad to have all of these guests on the Cardinal Sports Network, and we will be trying to at some point either today or tomorrow get to all 8 coaches.
Yeah, that'll be great.
So 8:35 to go here in the first half of play. That one is stolen away. Panola, kept it alive somehow over there before
she got out of bounds,
And that's a good, strong move there by number 23, Shane Parker. Parker Shanae Parker got that one to just, at first I thought that's going to be hard off the backboard, but just enough of the shooter's touch. Here's a whistle. Foul's going to be on number 3. That'll be Nicaelan Wells, the sophomore out of Nacogdoches, picks that foul up. Big possession here. You don't want to see that separation too much here with Panola up 5 and 8 minutes to go. Of course, with that three-point shot,
a little off the mark there, but
you can climb back in it in a hurry.
You climb back in quick.
Oh, Fanae, man, she's
Fanae,
been
right down the middle.
She's been just a difference maker.
Yeah.
And I saw her last year and remember her immediately after butchering her name probably a couple of times already, but she's so explosive.
She is.
She moves well with the basketball, creates. Extra step there.
You know, it's got to be a great feeling for a coach when he's got a young lady like that out there, and she's able to kind of the general on the court, takes control, able to make things happen. That's got to be a big plus.
Yeah, it definitely is. Anytime you can have, in essence, another coach on the floor, it builds confidence. And here's a 3 on the way off the mark there. Tracked down and taken this time by Owens, but gave it away. Gets another chance here. 3 from the left side, on the way, not on the money though. Owens, the rebound, blocked inside. Last touch, I believe. Last touch by the Lady Rangers.
Yeah, Gianna Jackson there stepped up and made a nice block.
That was a big block too,
yes,
man.
It was.
There was no doubt about that one. She brought the hammer and got plenty of ball there. So with a 7-point lead, there's 7 minutes to go in the first half. Three-pointer on the way, and that's short. Austin will track that one down. I'm sorry, Martin. 3, way off. Another offensive board, though. Oh, got her for steps. It was a 1-point game at the end of the first, and Ranger has been stuck on the 20 mark for the past 3+, nearly 3.5 minutes to start this second. So trying to find that answer with nothing to show for it through the first 3+ minutes. Giving battle inside, finally pulled down by Parker. And going to be on number 23. TVCC scheduled to play Jones College coming up next. Then in the nightcap, it'll be Three Rivers versus Paris Junior College. Coming up tomorrow, it's Panola and Hines. Then Jones versus Hill, TVCC versus Three Rivers. There's a big 3 right on cue. As I said, Three Rivers.
Anaya Thornton there with a 3-pointer for the Rangers.
Thornton hit the 3. And then the final tomorrow evening will be Paris versus Ranger. Little life coming back to it here as they are making the most of it. Back to a 4-point game and taking possession. So inside 6 minutes to go here. It's been a battle of swings, momentum swing here and there. And right now, Ranger seeming to have it going in their favor. See if they can draw even closer. She's quick. Had it knocked away. Oh my goodness, good hands. I want to say that was Caldwell that got a piece. Finally pulled down by Aisha Martin. So it's been a lot here of Houston. Just swing pass over, 3 on the way.
Off the glass,
Angle gets it to fall.
It's a fall,
Paris
right.
Anderson. I gotta say, I love Paris, and she never stepped out of character. Yeah, I meant to go off the side of the backboard like that. It's all in confidence.
That's it.
Yeah, beautiful touch there. It's a 1-point game. Oh, knocked away. Great job inside. Tapped away by Yawa. Thought about letting it fly. Good move to get to the basket. Pass off underneath, but the foul before the pass. That was great vision inside by Yawa. Or excuse me, that was number 21, Anderson. Looked across the lane and let it fly. We're going to have a timeout with 4:41 to go. We'll step away. It's a 1-point ball game, Panola over Ranger here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Introducing the Double Dip from Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Tender Texas brisket topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our Pitmaster au jus. Plus, try our new Double Berry Cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
It's a Budke Serna Classic, and we got a good one going here in game 2. It's a 1-point game, Panola and Ranger. Ranger with an opportunity coming here to take the lead in this one. Here's a look at that last moment coming right into the screen. That was just a few moments ago, actually. That was a great take by Houston. And then on the other side, the block.
Block there, yeah.
I've been impressed by Yawa. She's a big, strong, physical player and got a nice soft touch as well.
Exactly, yeah. She's got the size. She can be dominant inside there. And as you said, does have a soft touch when she needs it.
So let's see how they attack things here out of the timeout. Ranger trailing by 1, and this one is shaping up to be a fun afternoon. Trinity Valley coming up after this one. And as we've been reminding you, we will break the broadcast and invite you back to the Cardinal Sports Network so that you'll be able to check into that contest. It'll be easy to find these archived later, as it were. 27-26, Ranger trying to take the lead here with Panola working on the defensive side of things. Panola in the green, Ranger in the white. Still 8 on the shot clock. Dwindling here inside 5 seconds. They're not going to get it away.
No,
she's driving, and the shot clock violation. That's one of those moments we ask Coach Moore about those scenarios.
Yeah,
Well, that's a tough one there. It looked like she was setting up to take the shot, and then I think just lost herself in the clock.
I think so too.
So, whistle out top. Vanessa says, I was shooting. I think it's on the floor. A blocking foul, so they will inbound underneath. Kind of to Fane's credit, she wasn't shooting, but she heard whistle and goes into
those
shooting
hands
mode.
came up in the shooting mode there, so yeah.
Officials said, "Nah, I saw what you did," but still, shooters are gonna try and get that shot. Nicely done. Good save on the baseline. Well, actually saved it out front. They got numbers 2-on-1 going up, pass off, and they misfire there.
Exactly.
A couple of opportunities here on the last stretch, last possessions by
Lonnie Owens trying to get it over to Paris Anderson, and just correction on that on Thornton, and she just couldn't get the handle on it, Thornton there.
Yeah, Rangers had a couple of misfires in their last 2 possessions. They had the shot clock violation and then what looked like an easy opportunity, and just love the strategy, just did not get the delivery.
Right.
Lost it on the way up. Here comes the Ranger.
Oh, right back to Panola. Oh, goodness.
Pass underneath, and that's an easy bucket down low as they find Madison Caldwell. Caldwell, a freshman out of DeSoto. About to check in for Trinity Valley. It's going to be Connell.
They throw it away.
So stoppage of play here, and she'll come on for Martin. It's a 3-point game, and Coach Hudson down there taking advantage of that side out right in front of her, had a chance to kind of talk to her squad. We talk about experience of these coaches, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't miss an opportunity on that extra timeout, as it were. It was a 7-second timeout, you might say. Good drive, getting the bucket. Spreading the lead now to a 5-point game. Back door. Oh, couldn't gather inside. Pass. Good take. Shot with the left hand. Rolls and good. Three-point game inside 2:45 to go. Clock dwindling here in this first half. Panola a couple of times has had a chance to try and put it away, but oh my goodness.
Lonnie Owens there couldn't get her hands on the ball. And goes back over to Panola.
That's one that's a little bit of a misfire there. At some point you're thinking, oh, just gather that thing.
Just a little bit.
I think she was trying to think, now am I going to have an opportunity for a fast break or what? Let's see what a little discrepancy here. Okay, so no possession, so it's not going to change the shot clock situation. Still 18 on the shot clock. Now down to 15, which is big. You don't have a fresh set.
That's right.
So now 9 on the clock.
Panola's going to have to.
She's a warrior. Now 3 on the clock. Trying to create. Shoots over the top, short. And that is a shot clock violation. So big moment there for the Rangers.
Well, they took a big hit under the basket there. Get a little slow getting up.
Two minutes to go. First half of action. They had her flash into the basket. Didn't see her till it was too late. Kick out for 3. Houston trying to go inside. 10 seconds on the clock. Saved out of bounds. Great effort.
Hannah Carr on the save there for the Phillies.
Yeah, Carr did a great job getting that one. Minute 35 to go. 3-point game here. Ranger trying to get ever so close. Shoots from up top, doesn't get it to fall. Carr with the rebound. Wanting to push, gets it out on the left side. Good closeout by
Traveling.
Now, it was a great closeout by Mariah Houston, and Houston was able to get the feet and cause her to take an extra step.
Paris Anderson checks back in for the Rangers. Alani Owens comes out, holding her.
So with a quick,
she may have got a hit in the face there.
Yeah, she's going to take this time out here and try and regroup. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. But want to remind you, programming No Trinity Valley coming up following this here, and looking forward to Coach Precious Ivy and what they've been able to accomplish in early going. What have you gotten to see? You mentioned about the Hill game earlier.
Well, they dominated Hill, and which they kind of expected. I really look forward to see how they play today and tomorrow.
Yeah, kind of getting ready, man. It's
right around the conference plays right around the corner.
Conference plays going to open up here in a blink, and we've already broadcast one game here in the early going for the Lady Cardinals, so we'll be up into it in the next little bit. Now they'll inbound from here out of the timeout, so
right.
that was the stoppage of play. They will set it from right here.
And you know, Tim, with the onset of conference play for the Lady Cards, and the Lady Cardinals have a bullseye on their back every year.
Yes.
Everybody's gunning for them. They're always up there at the top, and so it's a good thing, but it's also a kind of a tough thing too.
And it is. I mean, we talk about culture and winning and banners and all that, but with that comes the expectation at that level. And every team, you definitely nailed it. The bullseye.
Yeah.
You may not even be having a great season, but when you come here, you want to play spoiler. You want to knock them off the perch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's a reach here. I believe Houston's going to be whistled. Yeah, Mariah Houston will pick up the foul. So that is going to be her third foul here in the first half. That's huge for the last minute of the first half. So she'll have to sit.
And when those opposing teams come in and they look up here and they see all these banners hanging up here, the national championships, and it has to be a little intimidating, but it also probably puts a little burn in those players to want to come in and knock off a high team that's always looked upon in the nation as one of the best, and
definitely stirs your spirit. It does. Your game to another level. And you know, we talk about the banners and the names on the banner, but as you look up there, check out all the records: 35-1, 32-4, 34-2. 30, you look on from the perfect season, 98, 99, just an amazing run there. Right. And then 2003 and 04, they went perfect that year. Coach Landers.
If you look across there, you know, if you look at the conference play, 96, 97, one conference loss. And you go away all the way across the banners, and it's got a little hard seeing that last one over there. But I believe there's only one conference loss hanging up there. And that's you know, that's who else can say that?
That's it. Well, that's Region 14 too. I mean, that's just crazy. You know, 88, 89, they were perfect in conference, perfect on the year.
Yep.
03, 04, perfect on the year. 36-0, 36-0 and 11-12. 36-1, but 16-0 in conference, 12-13. This is Region 14, and I almost think that is a 0 in conference play on 13-14.
I think it is too. The banner's got a little wrinkle, hard for me to read from here, but I believe that's correct.
That's just.
We need Benny sitting here.
Benny wouldn't need the banner. He would know it.
I know.
He's got top of his head, and then some. We're looking forward to some hoops, and we're going to try and catch up with Coach Precious Ivy here in a little while. She's got some work to do here in the very near future, so we'll establish that time to hear from her. 8.3 to go at the 5-second on the inbound. So, man, that's a tough one. Oh, actually going to get her for a foul, a blocking foul, trying to set up a screen. So that's her third foul. Oh, man. All of a sudden, they have picked up their third foul for the second player here. Houston checked out with 3, and now Iowa checks out with 3.
Yep.
So those are big fouls in the first one was a final minute. This one's with like about 5 seconds to go. Now 1.5 seconds left.
So haven't said much about Houston, but it's obvious that she's the leader of this team, and for her to be on the bench with 3 fouls it's got to be a little troubling.
It's going to be a difficult storm to weather.
Yes, it is.
It's 33-28 at halftime. Panola on top of Ranger. We'll step away. We're going to come back with more after this. Don't go anywhere. It is the Budke Serna Classic. You're seeing it on the Cardinal Sports Network.
You know, they're not talking about just you all the time like they do rodeo athletes, you know. It's the Wright family, you know, the Wright brothers.
I don't really look at it as we're legendary, but it's kind of unreal. What we do and what we get to do, you know, the things we've done and hopefully continue to do, I guess you could say it is legendary.
Are you looking for a school with a champion mindset? Look no further than Trinity Valley Community College, the home of champions. Become a part of a community where excellence is the norm. A school that provides nationally accredited programs, award-winning groups, vibrant life, and dedicated support. We are ready to start you on your path to success. Become a Cardinal champion today by applying at apply.tvcc.edu.
Welcome back, Trinity Valley athletes. Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine & Joint Sports Medicine is here to keep you going at full force. Our commitment to helping athletes perform at their best on and off the field is our core strength. Whether it's orthopedics, performance, or wellness, physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital is your choice for better health in East Texas. Just like every hard-driving Cardinal, we're focused on excellence every day.
At Cowboy headquarters, we have everything for your small house or a large ranch. Our team can help you with supplies or expertise. We carry the top line of tools like Milwaukee, Steel, and DeWalt. We have boots, jeans, hats, and all the accessories, and a full gun counter. The thing at Cowboy headquarters that we're most proud of, though, is the level of service that we'll give you, like things used to be. If you need it, we have it.
Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come home to. Find someone that'll die for you. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end. It's love, love, love. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end. Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come home to.
I wish I could tell you this life is easy, that you'll never know defeat. And every run you make will be perfect. But there's a difference between wanting something and making it happen. Passion, practice, these are the keys to success. If you want to lead this life.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination.
You know, here at First State Bank, we're not just about opening accounts or getting loans. We're about community, whether that's sponsoring local events, donating to nonprofits, or volunteering hundreds of hours. It comes down to the fact that we're local money working for you, local people. For over 80 years, we've been helping Texans build their homes, their businesses, and their dreams. With 7 convenient locations, there's always a branch around the corner. So come say hi and get to know us. First State Bank, where community matters.
What you heard, it's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen, it's what you hearing. Listen, That's what you hear it. Listen. X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop pop out from stainless steel. Go hard getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make a mother wonder if you did it. Damn right, and I do it again. Cause I am.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact, it's closer and more convenient than you might think. Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students. TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
Your team leaves everything on the field. They play with heart and with their mind. But being smart starts long before the kickoff. With the latest technology, sports medicine advancements, expert physicians, we can keep your team healthy and protect joints and growing bones for this big moment and their future on any field. Physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
Here at Dickey's Barbecue Pit, our passion is handcrafted, slow-smoked barbecue. And right now, our Texas traditions have come to life in a whole new way. Introducing the Double Dip, tender Texas brisket, topped with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese, served with our pitmaster au jus. So legit, you'll double dip. And for the perfect dessert pairing, try our new Double Berry Cobbler. For a limited time, so dine in at our place or have it delivered to yours. Legit Texas barbecue.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination.
You know, here at First State Bank, we're not just about opening accounts or getting loans. We're about community, whether that's sponsoring local events, donating to nonprofits, or volunteering hundreds of hours. It comes down to the fact that we're local money working for you, local people. For over 80 years, we've been helping Texans build their homes, their businesses, and their dreams. With 7 convenient locations, there's always a branch around the corner. So come say hi and get to know us. First State Bank, where community matters.
And we're just about set for the start of the third period here. It is Ranger and Panola going at it. A good look over the top here. It's a 5-point contest. Panola got out to the early lead. Ranger came racing back. And Tom, they've, Panola took one on the chin, bounced right back, and it's been one of those kind of battles.
Yeah, it has. The, Panola, as you said, came out kind of strong there, but then Ranger bounced back. And back and forth now, so we'll see what this third period has in store for us.
It looks like it's going to be one of those down-to-the-wire kind of games. Looking forward to catching up with Coach Precious Ivy. She'll be joining us at some point in the broadcast. And, of course, she's got a busy afternoon because they have the next game coming up. And, boy, that ought to be a good contest.
It should be a real good contest, Tim.
Both of these teams that we're looking at right now, Ranger and Panola, out of Region 14. And we talk about Region 14, you can bet on the fact it's going to be a battle. There's not anything easy in this conference.
No, there's not.
So here's Panola with possession to start, and right on cue, Houston getting in the back pocket, could not take it away as she's playing. Got to be smart. She's got 3 fouls already. And the pressure forces an extra step, and that's a good start for Ranger.
They came out playing some pretty good defense right there. Got the turnover on the travel call. We'll see what they can do coming down here on the offensive side now.
So they're going to start out in that man-to-man and see how they attack. One kick out, thought about a 3. Houston going to find a gear, get inside, and gets the old-fashioned 3-point play. Or at least the opportunity. Gets the bucket and the free throw coming here momentarily. Mariah out of Leander, Texas. She's 5'4" freshman. I like her energy, man. She
does have some really good energy on the court there.
Gets the free throw to fall, and it's a 2-point contest after the 3 to start this second half. And more importantly, kind of get in that zone and get out of the, I got 3 fouls, can't pick up a 4th, and just get some positive things going. And you can tell she's kind of the cog that makes it go out there, at least today in the early going. That has been the case. Definitely a difference maker.
Put quite a bit of pressure there on Fane and not letting her take control with the moment.
Foul, and that'll be on number 32. Starts at 23, but that's actually going to be on number 32.
I think that's Madison Caldwell there with the foul.
So Madison picking up her second.
Young lady out of DeSoto, Texas.
Chance to tie it or take the lead with a 3. Little bounce there on that
Houston
pivot foot.
drug that pivot foot.
Yep.
Turned it over.
So there's a couple of chances that they misfired on earlier in this ball game where it had a chance to tie it or take the lead. Never got that opportunity. So see how they approach here. Back on the defensive side of things. Good backdoor pass.
Yep.
And results 2 for number 23, Parker. Parker gets her 4th point on the afternoon. Martin shot off the mark. 3 on the way, right side. Rims out, a whistle. That's going to go against the Phillies. Oh, actually, my apologies. That is against the Lady Rangers.
Yeah,
they got
Asia Martin there with the foul.
Yeah, Martin gets called for the whistle, so that'll be her first foul of the afternoon. And with a push. Ponies to inbound, or Phillies rather. Oh, wide open underneath.
Oh, nice.
Defender just
nice touch there.
Went across the lane.
Yeah, Hannah Carr there with the nice touch.
Yeah, good take there. Thought about driving in traffic. Now he's going to set back and whistle on a foul. This will be called on Parker.
Yeah. She's trying to defend Yawa.
So
underneath there.
She's picked up her third foul. Still pretty early in the third. I mean, a lot of players with 3 fouls.
Yep.
3 of them on the floor. 1 for Panola, 2 for Ranger. Nice shot there from Chernova. Anastasia Cernova with the basket. It's her her 6th point of the afternoon. 3 from Fonet. Not there. Fight for the loose ball picked up by the Phillies. Three on the way from, oh my goodness.
Off the mark to the right.
Yeah, Houston shot a blank there. Into the contest comes Leon. Ana Leon out of Barcelona, Spain, takes the floor.
Yeah, 6'2" freshman.
So bringing it up the floor inside 7 minutes to go in the third.
I've noticed something here on the Ranger bench over here, their coach.
Oh boy, Martin, I think just picked up her third, or second rather.
Yep.
Second foul on Martin.
But as one of his players come off the court, he pulls him to the side and talks to him.
Yeah, I like that move.
Yeah.
Kind of, and it's not like right on the floor, kind of behind the action.
It's behind the action. It's a nice approach, in my opinion.
Yeah, good chance to really break it down.
Yep.
Good teaching moment. Out front, Houston directing traffic, gets the screen, bounce pass underneath. Fonet pulls it away. Up the floor on the drive. Gets rolled.
Can't get it to go. She did that one.
Second opportunity is good. It is a 8-point lead, or excuse me, 6-point lead, 39-33.
Houston on the drive.
Inside 6 minutes to go here in the third. Glad to have you along. It is the Budke Serna Classic, as it's game 2 of 4 today. There will be 4 more games tomorrow. Trinity Valley coming up after this one, and we'll look forward to that. Bringing you coverage here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Still 6-point advantage. Panola leading 1 of 2 at the stripe for Houston. So into the contest comes Burns. And Houston will take a seat for the time being. 5-point game, Tom. Really important that defense keep working hard and coming to life.
That's correct. Rangers down by 5, and you got to keep working hard to not let those. You see there, Panola picks up another offensive rebound, and
let's see what the call is going to be on Burns. She picks up the foul.
Yeah.
So a chance for a chance to build the lead here. And coming into the ball game now, Thornton out of Pearland, down in the Houston area. Second chance opportunities are coming
pretty easy for the Phillies right now.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of extra possessions.
Lady Rangers just not quite able to get the Phillies blocked out and get those rebounds.
Coach Hudson has to be really enjoying that aspect of it.
I'm sure.
Seeing the opportunities present themselves, some a little easier than others.
Yeah.
And that one has been the case.
Caldwell connects on the first free throw.
Second one on the way, it's good. It's a 7-point lead, 41-34, as Trinity Valley, as Ranger is going to turn it over, feeling that pressure coming, much to the chagrin there of Coach Mark Moorfield. Boy, he had a moment there just to regather himself.
Yeah.
Might have been looking for your shoulder there, Tom.
Yeah, I was wondering that there for a second.
Got a chance to hear from him earlier, and we do have several guests scheduled throughout the broadcast, so going to have to make room for them when it's time. So don't get too comfortable there. We got a lot of folks coming in and out here over the next couple of days, but glad to have you on the Cardinal Sports Network with us. This is a 7-point contest, and Panola is been holding steady, but 3 there, not
off the back iron.
Going to try and make something on the fast break. Oh, great footwork. How did she stay alive?
I don't know, but she did.
And she's a very athletic young lady there.
Yep.
And now a 9-point lead, and they're going to talk about it. They're going to take a timeout, and I think it's probably a good one for Coach Moorfield to gather the troops. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with them. More after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
No, do not put those French fries into your mouth. Instead, put them directly inside your Quarter Pounder, where they belong. The hottest, juiciest Quarter Pounder yet. It's perfect. Made perfecter. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What you heard, it's what you hearing. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop pop out from stainless steel. Go hard getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make a mother wonder if you get it. Damn right, and I do it again. Cause I am.
It's a 9-point advantage. Panola extending the lead here with 4:35 to go in the third. If Ranger is going to make a move here in the third, they're going to have they need to close out here.
That's right. They've got to do it right now.
You don't want to have that lead balloon too much. And we talked about it. 3-point contest is a different game.
Another takeaway by the Phillies.
Oh, missed it there. That's a big opportunity. They got numbers here if they want to push. Oh, got a foul out front.
Yep.
Might have been a good foul in retrospect when you think about it.
Raylan Gilmore Rose on the foul there for the Phillies.
So we're about to get Coach Precious Ivy on here, and looking forward to always a chance to catch up with her and what's happening in the world of Trinity Valley basketball. I'll give her a whole 13 seconds to get situated and timed in here. Coach, first of all, happy Thanksgiving. How was your break? Did you get any kind of a break?
Sweet.
Yeah.
We had the girls. My mom and I cooked for the team yesterday, and
So let's power rank. What is the Trinity Valley Cardinal? What are the favorite foods for Thanksgiving, huh?
The popular items yesterday was ham, dressing, sweet potatoes, and macaroni.
I knew I shouldn't ask that question. Now I done got hungry. Woo.
Yes, sir. It was pretty good, if I do say so myself.
There's a big bucket there. That'll make it now a 10-point lead. 4 minutes to go. So talk about your team in the early going here. I mean, it's still, we're almost a Region 14 action. I mean, it's got to be one of those times of the year where you're like, okay, it's kind of go time, because there's never a night off for you guys. You always got that target on your back.
For sure. I mean, like you said, we're getting ready for Region 14 play, but this preseason has been very challenging for us. Having 10 new people, 11 in all, though, because we had a young lady who tore ACL last year.
So she's in essence new because she went on the floor with you that much. Huh?
For sure. I mean, it's been a growing, trying month for us, but I think we've been doing just that, growing and figuring each other out every day. So as long as we're going in the right direction, I'm okay with that.
I couldn't agree more, and this is one of my favorite times of the year because, we know what's on the brink, what's on the horizon. How do you approach it? You've been now, what is this, your fifth season? Sixth. Oh my goodness!
I know, it's been a long time.
You blink,
I know.
and it's amazing how time does fly. You've been doing this long enough now where you've had those phone calls, the people that reach back into your life. Describe what that's like when you have somebody that says, Coach, I know I probably wasn't the easiest person to get along with, but thank you for taking me to another place.
You know, I actually had one of those calls Wednesday. One of our former players from last year who just decided to be a regular student because she was ready to get into her field of major. She's like, Coach, I miss it so much. She's like, and we were on the phone for about an hour and a half. Wow. And I'm like, dang, girl, we talked this hour and a half. That's more than we talked the whole time we were here. You know? That's great. And then Tiana Jackson, who's now overseas playing, I spoke with her, and she's like, Coach, I'm coming up there in January. Can I stay with you? And I'm like, sure, you know. And so you love that kind of stuff, right? Seeing them get their degrees, playing overseas, becoming a professional, that's like the reward in it all, you know. As much as I love coaching them, I love to see them move on and succeed as well.
Well, because it's not just that 94 feet that we see. It's the Thanksgiving meals. It's
everything.
It's all of it.
Yeah, that's the thing that impresses me with Coach Ivy is that, you know, she's here for a purpose, and the purpose is to teach girls and coach a basketball team and be successful, but she also sees the bigger picture.
For sure, for sure.
And that's so important with our young people.
It is.
You know, and I preach that. It's way bigger than basketball, you know. Just learning, like the one I talked to yesterday, she's like, Coach, I never knew I really needed a regimented schedule like that. I said, because that's what happens in the real world. You have to have a schedule.
Exactly.
You know, you got to be at work at a certain time. You have your deadlines you have to meet. And she's like, I never knew how much I needed that.
Yeah. It does build us. It shapes us, informs us.
Absolutely.
Who were some of the early influences for you in the game of basketball and the game of life?
Well, life, of course, my parents, my mother and father, who are sitting over here to our right in the bleachers, both of them are workaholics. You know, they always worked. Anything we needed and or wanted, they made sure they put the work in so that we could have it. So that's what I do as an adult, right? Yeah. And so I'm trying to instill that into our players because you can't get anything if you don't work for it.
You know, and that is so right, Precious, that, you know, in the teaching that I do here at the college, and I see so many young people come in and we're trying to, in my area, you know, we're trying to get them ready to go to work out there in the welding industry, and for a lot of different reasons, they've missed out on some things as a youngster. So we try to give that back to them through the opportunities that we have, and I know that you do that with your young ladies, and not even just your young ladies. Your presence here on this campus is very well respected, and we know that, I know as a colleague of yours, what you do to try to help.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm just trying to build that foundation or help continue to build it because their parents obviously started. And then in basketball, my early coaches, I mean, they instilled a lot in me as well. And some of what I learned from them, I apply to my teams now. You know, and then I've had so many mentors along the way. Coach Maria Wynn, our softball coach, she's a mentor of mine. I met her 10, 12 years ago, back when I was at Tyler, you know, and for her to be here with me now, I still call her and I get advice as an adult, quote unquote, deep in the game, you know, and it's just nothing like having those type of people around you. And every coach I've worked under, obviously I've learned some good things from them too. So I'm a big book of repeated things. You know, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I just want to keep the wheel going.
I gotta shift gears here.
Okay.
Rangers down 18. I can't help but kind of flash back to about this time a year ago. You guys were behind the 8 ball against Three Rivers and came all the way back. I want you to take me back in the time machine. Maybe we don't get to use the same language. No, seriously, how did y'all find that gear to come back in that game? And it's one I don't think we'll forget around here for a long time.
No, for sure. You would be surprised at how many times those type of situations happen in practice. They come in and they're flat and they're playing against our practice guys or whatever, and we've challenged them and they've hit a wall. And so the challenge is, how do we get over this wall in practice? You know, and so I hate to say it, but it was replicated so much. I won't say we were down 18 in practice, but just being in a hard spot. Whether it's the last 15 minutes of practice, you're tired now, you know, but Coach P is still down your throat because she wants to make sure she gets everything accomplished, you know. So just putting them in those situations, I think daily, obviously helps. And then, excuse me, just having a team full of fighters like we had last year. I thought that team, they were very pesterish, you know, that you know, that you just keep knocking away and it keeps coming back. And so having, like you said, that grit that they had, I thought that that was very much so shown during that time. And it was a great time because obviously we came out with the win, but we, as a coach, you definitely don't want that to be your story every game, to be trying to fight back to get a win, you know. So, but really proud of those kids. A lot of them have moved on, and they're they're doing really well where they are. So it was definitely a fun time in the Valley that night, but we'd like to be up by 18.
I was going to say, my cardiologist prefers for y'all to be up 18. I appreciate you taking us there because that was so much fun that night. But and by the same token, when y'all are up like that, how do you keep the guys and just keeping your squad motivated? Hey, we're doing all right, but we can't take our foot off the pedal because that's how we've done that to others. It can happen to us if we don't.
For sure. I'm going to be honest with you. I coach the same way whether we're up 18 or down 18. You know, there's a standard. And if we're not meeting that standard, then I'm not happy. And I don't care what the scoreboard says. A couple weeks ago, we were playing. I think we were up by 20, 25 or something at halftime. And I go in there, and I'm getting into them, and they're looking at me like, what's wrong with this lady? And I'm like, because it's bigger than tonight.
That's right.
At some point, we might come in here at halftime, and we're not up 20 or 30, you know. And so, like I said, I'm pretty consistent about holding them to a certain standard. And so that's how I keep them locked in because our rules still apply, our goals still apply. And they know if we don't meet our goals, then we have some consequences to face. You know, and so they've been choosing actually to get these consequences on out the way because they're holding themselves accountable as well. And so anytime they're holding each other accountable in themselves, I think
that's got to be a big help for you.
It does. It helps so much. And having Kennedy back from last year, KD, she understands, and she's been to that national tournament, and she wants to go back, and she doesn't want to come home without the hard work this time.
Bring that back with you.
Yeah, so even though I only have one returner, she was a big integral part of our team last year, so I think having her around has really helped us tremendously.
So, Coach D, we were in watching these two games here. It was for Panola down here. Fane seems to be the quarterback out there, if you want to use that term, or the general. Who's your general?
Katie. It's definitely Katie. She's had some teammates this year that are helping her out with that role, but she definitely is the leader of that role. And she does a really good job. She comes from a foundation, though, at home and in her high school career that she has a standard as well. Her mom holds it to her high standard. Her high school coaches did, too. So it's not a role that she's unfamiliar with, you know, and so it's very easy for me to have those conversations with her, and she gets the message to her teammates, you know. And even on the floor, you'll see her sometimes kind of directing traffic. She's like little me, you know. And I showed her a picture the other day, and I'm like holding her in the headlock, and she's like punching up. And I said, "This is the story of our relationship." And she's like, "It really is." But that's just our relationship, you know. And it's always good to have a really good relationship with your point guards, you know. And so having her and, like I said, Maya being here from last year, and then Monica has jumped right back in, and and then having Jalea, so having all of them has been a really good thing for us. Just having lots of point
you
guards.
mentioned something a while ago, and I don't want to. I know the headset might could expand there. I don't want to make it any, but I've watched you, and you were talking about that you coach the same whether you're up 18 or down 18, and that's obvious to people that watch.
For sure.
I know that there's times that you can't help but get upset on the sideline there, but from a spectator's point of view, we don't see that. You always seem to have everything under control.
Well, you know,
and that's that. I told you last year that I think you're a very classy lady.
Thank you.
In the way that you take care of everything.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I have to keep my composure and my poise, right, so that the girls don't get too rattled, you know. And so people ask me all the time when we played in the national championship game, are you nervous? And I'm like, no, because if I'm nervous, then the girls are nervous, you know. Obviously, all games are big games because you got to win every one of them, right? Or you want to win every one of them, you know. So I don't care what the name on the front of the jersey says. I want to get the W, you know. And so I try to keep that same spirit and attitude all the time. So
Tim and I were talking a little earlier about we were looking up here at the banners and just the fact of that when an opponent walks in here, how big is the bullseye? On your program.
It's always big. Everybody plays their best games.
Exactly.
They try to have their best games.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that you and your ladies, every time that y'all step on the court, that other team, regardless of who it is, if we can knock off Trinity Valley, look what we have done.
Made their season.
And so, it makes their season. I can remember a couple of years ago playing in this tournament, we lost to Ranger. And, oh, man, it was a national championship party going on in the hallway. And as upset as I was, I think that moment was very pivotal for that team because they saw how teams celebrate, you know, and I think that made our team better. Nobody likes losses, but a good loss sometimes, it'll humble your kids, right, and put them exactly where they need to be.
Right.
You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm sure you probably didn't, but I can remember when I was in college and thought I had one aced, and it hands it back to you, and you got a 60 or 70 on it for a grade, and you're going, oh man,
back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board, exactly. Yeah, where did I go wrong here? What did I do?
Well, Coach, we know you've got a busy afternoon of work to do.
Oh, yeah, I got a big, mighty opponent called Jones coming up.
Yeah, that ought to be a fun one. What do you anticipate with them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you expect out of them?
You know, I mean, I know they're going to play hard. They seem very well coached. And I know that they're going to, like we just said, give us everything they got like everybody else will.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our game plan doesn't change. We want to stay to who we are, you know, stay true to what we believe in and our goals, you know. And we're just going to try to give you guys the best performance we can give y'all tonight.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Coach Precious Ivy, 6th season.
6th season.
Trinity Valley.
Congratulations. That's
so
great.
proud for you, and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you. Go Cards.
Have a good one.
Yes, indeed. And we're looking forward to that coming up here in just a little bit. In fact, following this one, we're in the fourth quarter. Panola has extended this lead. Big 19-point lead.
19-point lead, Tim.
Well, they're on fire. They were only up by 7 at halftime, and then they put the clamps on defensively, held Ranger to 11 points in the third quarter while they put up 24, and that's the difference
just had
here.
a Panola turnover there, traveling call.
So it's they're going to need a big push in a short amount of time. 8:09 to go here, and let's talk just a little bit about you know, how they're going to get there. What's the key? They've got to get someone to find firepower and find it in a hurry. Houston is directing the traffic.
Oh, nice move. Spin move there.
That whistle going to send her to the stripe here after a foul coming on Hannah Carr. This will be Carr's third foul of the ballgame, and she's, you know, you look up in 10 points for the young lady at the free throw line. And to her credit, she's has not picked up any other fouls. Remember, she fouled that third foul.
Had the third one there at the end of the second, and come out and played hard, but kept out of foul trouble.
Now going over there. I wonder if some of it might be a little fatigued now, starting to set in.
It could be.
You're maybe trying to make a 19-point free throw. I think that's some things that sometimes that we try to do it all too much in one attempt.
Right.
Oh, that's going to make it tough.
Three-pointer.
Indeed, that's just a lights-out shot there from number 21, Hannah Carr. Carr with 7 points in the afternoon. Of course, leading scorer is going to be, thus far, is Fauné.
Fauné's got 16. Yeah. And then Ryland Gilmore Rose with 12 points.
Inbound in front of us is Alani Owens. Owens out of Istanbul, Turkey. So she will be doing the honors, throwing it in. Paris Anderson with possession. Three-pointer from the corner, not quite, but tracked down. Great hustle there by Owens. Chernova with a shot. Doesn't get it to fall. Another rebound for Carr. She's been impressive. Had it knocked away there.
Oh, how did she maintain control of that?
I was about to say the same thing.
Wow, that ball rolled around her back, and she's maintained control of it.
Great effort there. Great play all the way around by Hannah Carr. Fauné, dish. Reverse layup is good. Count it for Parker. Well, they just found the zone and have not looked back.
That's right.
They hit it and continue to fire away. Three-pointer on the way. Rims off. So Ranger at the point here where they're going to have to probably more than likely regroup and be ready for tomorrow.
Yes.
Because you're down 24 with 6 to go. And we talked about sometimes you can learn as much in a defeat as you can in a win. And so at this point, you're probably trying to gather in, okay, who's still fighting, who's still working, and I haven't seen any quit. Seen some folks get out of position.
Yeah.
But not seeing him quit. About to see Leon check into the game. I think she's going to come on for Yawa. Inside 6 minutes to go here. It is the Budke Serna Classic. Game 2 in this best of 4. Or best of 4. 4 on day 1. A long 3, wide open. Left it just short. Yawa kept it alive. Boy, she goes down hard. Able to get back up. Foul is going to be on Jingles, Calhoun Jingles. Sanaya Calhoun Jingles, freshman there, picks up the foul. Her first foul of the afternoon. So at the stripe, it will be Yawa. She's stuck on 6 points as that one comes off the mark. Second one on the way, and boy, just not getting that roll at all. Rattles out, so still Panola up big here. Pulled down by Houston. Throws over the top.
You know, with Panola being up like they are, they're just not backing off on defense here.
Yeah, they have sunk their teeth in and not let go, have they?
Right.
5 minutes to go. 6 on the shot clock. Nice spin move. Got a piece of the ball, but also a piece, I think, of the body. So she'll be going to the strike.
Yeah, with a 26-point lead here, Panola's still digging in hard on defense and making it really tough on the Lady Rangers.
So it is a look at the replay here. Got a chance to see the footwork. Got a little bit of that right arm maybe on the way up. Timeout on the floor here. We'll step away. More after this coming up on the Cardinal Sports Network.
I don't do this just to make a living. It's in our blood, really. You know, I want to be the greatest that's ever done it. I'm hungry for bronc riding, you know, I love it. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Are you looking for a school with a champion mindset? Look no further than Trinity Valley Community College, the home of champions. Become a part of a community where excellence is the norm. A school that provides nationally accredited programs, award-winning groups, vibrant life, and dedicated support. We are ready to start you on your path to success. Become a Cardinal champion today by applying at apply.tvcc.edu.
So inside 5 minutes to go here. Glad to have you joining us. It's Ranger and Panola. It is the Budke Serna Classic. I'm Tim Howard, and glad to have Tom Sherm joining us. He had actually the debut on the Cardinal Sports Network. Of course, been with the college. How long have you been with Trinity Valley?
I'm working on my 31st year.
31 years, over 3 decades. I don't want to say it that way. It seems like a long time.
Yeah.
But you've been the voice of the Cardettes all these years, public address announcer for football.
Right.
Glad to have you joining the network, and going to have you with us for several outings over the next few.
I think so, yeah. I'm looking forward to it myself.
Benny Rogers on assignment today. Looking forward to having him back with us soon, and looking forward to some Region 14 basketball. It's here, man.
Yeah.
We're set looking down that schedule. It's going to be a lot of fun over the next few months. So getting a couple of free throw opportunities and drawing within 25. Boy, Panola just shows how dangerous they are.
They are, yeah.
At the break, this was a 5-point game. At the end of the third, it was an 18-point game. And here, with 5 minutes to go, they ballooned it to 25. So kind of the best of both worlds. Of course, Panola has a lot to say about that. But then Lady Rangers kind of went cold.
Yeah, they did.
And all of that makes for a tough afternoon. And what we're seeing here with this trap, it's been impressive.
Yeah, it really is.
Breaking that and getting an easy bucket, though, is Mariah Houston. Houston had 6 at the break. She's got 13 here in the ball game.
Yeah, for other Region 14 coaches that are watching this, Panola's pretty tenacious on that half-court defense.
Chelsea Hudson is going to be pleased, I think, with this afternoon. Of course, like we just heard from Coach Precious Ivy, whether you're up or not, I think they both kind of have that same kind of philosophy. Watching her in the timeout,
That's right.
She's like still going strong with that coaching philosophy. Whether you're up big or not, it's all about scenarios. And I think you captured it well a while ago, Tom, when you talked about Coach Moorfield and his approach, even taking that moment to talk to that young lady on the sideline, and does it after every kind of behind the bench, if you will.
If you've watched basketball, whether it be college basketball, pro basketball, wherever, you see coaches that take it out right there on the court with an individual, and I've often wondered what really comes from that's positive, and I would think that I would hope that all coaches are trying to have positive moments with all their student athletes, and so I really appreciate the way that he handles that with his players.
Yeah, you can definitely tell and it may be different with every player too. It's the same thing. It's, what button works for this youngster may not work for that one.
That's right.
So forth and so on. 3:50 to go in this. We do want to remind you that following this, we will step away and invite you to jump back on to the Cardinal Sports Network. Just logistically, it makes sense for the archiving process.
Yeah.
So
I am looking forward to the Lady Cardinals and Jones College here coming up. The next game should be a good one.
Should be a good game, and we'll have it for you right here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Shot on the way. Nice touch. Delivered there by Burns. Elena Burns out of Waco, Texas, 5'4" freshman. Quickly up the floor. Shot on the way. Rolls off the front iron. That's one there that Ray would like another look at. Taraya had it right there on the block. And
Beatty with the foul there for the Phillies.
3:17 to go. And at the stripe, it's going to be number 20, Anaya Thornton.
This is on that first one off the back of the rim. See if she can get the second one to go down. And she does.
Does go one of two. One of the things that we talked about is, like, I've asked a couple different coaches, what's changed? Obviously, NIL and the portal and all that's changed a lot of even how things work in JUCO, because guys, whatnot. But I would love to get their take on shoes. Shoes have changed a lot in the day. Yeah. And I'm not talking just about the logistics, but color schemes, color patterns.
Yeah. If we look at the court right now, we've got some pink and we've got some multicolored. We got red, we got blue.
It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. But all kidding aside, I can't even begin to imagine how difficult it is.
Tim, I'm dating myself here, but Converse high tops were the thing when I played. And, everybody was wearing white Converse high tops, and if you didn't wear them, you weren't a basketball player.
How are you going to win? How would you win?
I don't,
I'm the world's worst about dating our audience, so don't worry one bit about it. Benny tells me all the time, Tim, we just dated the audience with that reference. Not anyway got it. But as far as back in my day, I think it was the Black Cons had made an appearance, and they were the new rage, and it was just but the thing was the whole team wore it. Now everyone's got their own look and kind of the brand that their branding statement. So we got 2:22 to go in this one. We're going to step away. The final moments of Panola and Ranger coming up after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Final moments here, 2:22 to go, but a long, long road back for Ranger. If they're going to have any opportunity, they're going to have to nail the three-pointers for the next 2+ to get back in this one. It's been
yes, they are
in the second half. They've had a great
the Phillies
third
have just taken control and haven't looked back.
So with the inbound underneath, a good job there defensively, knocked away. And into the ball game. We mentioned her coming on there. That's Anna Leon. Leon out of Barcelona. Barcelona, Sydney, Australia, Istanbul, Turkey, Latvia, Madrid, Spain. Got a foul and going to the free throw line. It's going to be Martin. Martin out of Sydney, Australia, so she'll step the free throw line. Had a good start, and then they kind of made a couple of adjustments. She's been stuck at that 4 for the last 2.5 quarters. Chance to stop it there, and does at the free throw line. Still one more to go here.
Yep.
Goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line with 2:02 to go. Jones College coming up next. Trinity Valley hosting, and it'll be game 3 in this 4-day opening day of the Budke Serna Classic.
Pass underneath there to Ray was a little hot. She couldn't handle it, turns it over.
Yeah, nice thought, but unable to execute.
Yep.
Good pass inside and good delivery. The assist going to Burns. Burns delivers a bullet, and Martin with the catch and the finish. So 20-point game. So the outcome of this one has been decided, but you hear Coach Moorfield, taking an opportunity basically to get some game time action, real-time game action. You coach this all the time, but here's a chance to, hey, we're running press, they get by it, sprint, sprint, get there. And so it's, again, game probably decided, or it's been decided, but opportunity to learn and work not over yet. Inside a minute to go. Both these teams will definitely see each other again. Region 14 action over the next few weeks. Ball is controlled that time by Martin. Pulls down the rebound. 25 on the shot clock. Burns looking for a screen. Shot over the top, not there. Off of Panola, so inside 30 seconds to go. I thought for a second Joseph was going to have a play on that ball.
Yeah.
But, no, I was waiting for him to shoot that baseline jumper.
Right.
Behind the backboard, Larry Bird style.
Yeah.
Good thought, but we're there for the task now. It's stolen on the pass. Shot over the top, not there. Rebound. We're trying not to blow that whistle. And they keep it alive. Final 8 seconds. Houston. Pass off, and the assist after Burns knocks down a 3 with 3.7 to go, and that's how this one will end. 73-53. Panola gets the win here in game number 2 from the Budke Serna Classic here on opening day.
That's right, yeah.
Final thoughts, Tom, before we step away and get ready for Trinity Valley?
I think that we got a good look here at what Panola is able to do, and I'm sure that other coaches in the region are going to be concerned when Panola comes to visit, or they've got to make the trip to Carthage, because they are a pretty good-looking squad of basketball players, and pretty impressive.
Congratulations, Coach Chelsea Hudson and the Panola Phillies as they get the 20-point win over the Lady Rangers of Ranger College. Coach Mark Moorfield and this squad will go back. I won't be hearing anything for 3 months for the remainder of this one. We'll step away. Trinity Valley is coming up next after this here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Are you looking for a